welcome to another exciting episode called Cooking with Coach Chef Mode. Today is a long-awaited episode that I've been telling you guys about. I really wanted to do it. So it's going to be how to meal prep efficiently and effectively with Coach Chef Mode. Alright? I'm going to go throughout my whole process of how I meal prep efficiently and kind of show you the order and everything. So I just made a haul at BJ's. So today's Sunday. I like to go early in the morning, kind of get it done early in the morning and have all my food thawed out. And I'll go over what I picked up at the grocery store for you. My bill today, minus a few household items, came up to like $200. Minus the household items, it was about like $170. So this covers me for about a week, probably like a week and a half for me and my fiance Whitney. So she does eat the same food that I cook also to kind of share. So the first thing I want to cover is how to set up your meal plan. I actually hired a nutritionist, my bodybuilding coach, Alexi Forak at forakphysique.com. I'll put the link below the description. But he set up a meal plan for me, and Whitney has a meal plan also too. So basically I told him I want to be around like 165, build lean muscle mass, and periodically I will update it with him. But right now this is how it looks. I have a meal plan already set up. For you guys, if you guys don't feel like hiring a nutritionist or somebody to create your own meal plan, you can always go to bodybuilding.com. You can go to ifitfitsyourmacros.com. So it is a little bit of work. It takes a little bit of time to kind of do it. Or you could just hire somebody. That's up to you. Everything takes a little bit of work and kind of getting used to it. So I took the guesswork out and hired a nutritionist. So if anybody that is new to meal prepping and kind of nutrition, I would definitely recommend hiring a nutritionist or a coach to kind of help you guide you through that process. To the thing about meal prepping, it takes a lot of time. It is you want to consider it a chore, but if you make it part of your lifestyle, it becomes easy. I've been doing this since February, and I just continue to do it after my bodybuilding show because it's easy, and it will just become I become really effective at it. But if you guys are new to it also too, and you have that funds or the money, definitely you could always use a meal prep company. This is Stay Fresh Meal Prep. They're not paying me to make this video or anything, but it's a friend of mine. He just started expanding his company out in Richmond. So if any of you guys are out in Richmond and want a meal prep company, go to stayfreshmealprep.com. Check them out. Alright, and you can place your order, you can customize everything, and use my coupon code. It's SAMMAN10 to give you a little bit of discount. And alright, go support the business. They're not paying me for this video. I'm just supporting them out the good natured I am, because I always like to give back, and you know, eventually everything will come back to me also too. Alright, cool. So let's get ready for this exciting episode. So the importance of setting up your meal plan by going to those websites or getting your nutritionist is to hit that target goal of kind of like how your physique, like whatever weight you want, whether it be weight loss, muscle gain. The meal plan, you want to set up how much your daily caloric intake and how much your macronutrients are going to be for the day. Macronutrients being protein, carbs, and fat. So that's how you want to set up your meal plan, finding your calories and then your macronutrients. That way you could go to the website bodybuilding.com or ifitfitsyourmacros.com. ifym.com, or you could hire a nutritionist. It takes a little bit of time. It takes a little bit of knowledge about nutrition also too. So this is a good way to kind of get started and start learning that process. For me, I've started learning about nutrition, and it's a long journey because I don't like doing calculations. I kind of like having somebody teach me and then going for it, start doing it, and then I kind of learn the process or the reasoning behind everything afterwards. So definitely encourage you to kind of, if you want to do your own research, you could definitely do that, or hire a nutritionist. Okay, so let's get the meal prep episode started, okay? So what I'm going to show you is what kind of carbs I have. Everything I have is a pretty clean source of carbs. These are quick oats that I eat for breakfast, and then I have white rice, and I have a little bit of brown rice cooking in here. So I always have rice in my rice cooker, just in case there's an emergency situation where I don't have any carbs, but I always have rice. I'm gonna have sweet potatoes over here. I have another bag over there, and then over here we get into our proteins. So everything I try to get it wild caught, none of that farm raised crap. The wild caught salmon and mahi. It is a little bit more expensive, but overall, I think the quality of food that you put in your body is very important. People think it's more money. I think of it as an investment in your body. You'll be able to think a little bit sharper. You won't be as sluggish. You'll be able to make more money. You be effectively at what you kind of things that you do outside of just eating, performing in the gym, work and everything. You just stay sharper. That's why I like to eat the high quality foods. Okay, so you saw all the food that I got. Typically I would just leave the proteins out in the freezer and let it thaw out. So I'm gonna do the cooking in the evening. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave the flour back. It's the evening time. Took a little bit of break during the day, just went to watch some football. So this is kind of like my routine. On Sundays I do my meal prep in the evening time. So what I have here, let me show you what I have. I already preheated my oven to 400 degrees, and then I have a pot of boiling water. So when you are meal prepping, you always want to think about what's gonna take the longest. Rice takes about an hour to cook, but I already have rice to cook, or rice already cooked, so you want to start the process a little bit. Sweet potatoes take the longest, so I already have the oven already started, and the broccoli doesn't take too long because they're frozen. They're kind of already cooked. Alright guys, so it took me about 5 minutes to unwrap the mahi and the flounder all together. So this one is Whitney's, this one is mine, and this is my seasoning that I use. It could be anything that you want. I got some salt and pepper, I got some Mrs. Dash, and I got like a seasoning blend with some garlic. Seasoning doesn't really add too much difference in your nutritional facts, or won't change your macronutrients count too much. So go ahead and use whatever you feel like. I like using a lot of salt on mine, on my protein. Alright, so my water has finished boiling, and I'm going to be putting our broccoli in there. I have 2 bags and I'm just trying to use up. Be careful when you're putting the broccoli in. I'll show you a little trick at the end of this when it's done boiling to make sure you keep that the broccoli green from stop it from being mushy. You gotta. Hey guys, so the next thing I'm gonna prepare is my ground turkey. This is what it looks like. All I'm gonna do is just cook it in a pot, chop it up a little bit, throw some seasoning on it. Nothing too fancy. The reason why I like ground turkey is easy to eat. I don't have to cut it. It's already chopped up, or you don't have to bring like a fork or a knife to work. Turkey, and then throw a whole bunch of seasoning in there. Make it taste better. I like to use salt, pepper, and to throw in cumin. This makes it taste kind of like a sausage, or like a turkey sausage. And some smoked paprika, just thought I'd throw that in there. Garlic and some parsley. That's kind of like what I use, but you could switch it up anytime you want, or switch it up anytime. Alright, so I got the majority of the work done, and that took about 20-25 minutes of prepping. I'm just waiting for the turkey to finish up right here. In the meantime, where anything's wrapping up, I'm gonna go ahead and clean the kitchen, so I'm gonna need a lot of space for when I measure and put it into containers. So this is probably the best time to clean up the kitchen. And then once the turkey is done, I'm just gonna rest a little bit and then wait until the fish is done and the sweet potatoes are done. And then we'll put everything all together. That should take about like another hour. Alright guys, welcome back from the commercial break. So we got done cooking all the food. Let me show you what I have. Alright, so we got the sweet potatoes here. I would have let it cool a little bit more. I actually went in a rush and peeled it with my spoon. So I would recommend cooking this overnight. I was in a hurry just to tape this episode. And then I got the mahi here, the flounder here, and the turkey, and the broccoli's over there. So I'm gonna put everything together, okay? Alright guys, so one other thing you'll need is meal prep containers. So I got a few here, and then you're gonna need a measuring cup, okay? And I'll get the measurements. Alright guys, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to set up one of the meals, okay? This is my scale here. You turn it on, and then you let it set right on, and then you put the thing on, and then when you put tare, it resets it, okay? So this is what you want to use, and you can change the units to whatever you want. So that's 5 1/4 ounces. And then you're gonna tare it, reset. Now we're gonna do the sweet potatoes, or we're gonna do the rice, right? We are going to do 100 grams of rice. Let me get over here. Alright. And you can see there, it's 104, 103. It's a little off, not a big deal. I'm not on a competition diet, so if it's a little bit off, a little bit close to it, it's fine, no big deal. And then 1 cup or half a cup of broccoli. And there you go. That's one meal, okay? So I'm gonna set up the other ones just like this, but for this meal, let me tell you the macronutrients for it. You got 40 grams of protein, 31 grams of carb, and 16 grams of fat. So those are the macronutrients, and it's 407 calories, 405, you can round it there. But that's the macronutrients of this. Alright guys, we're on to meal number 2. Alright, so meal number 2 calls for 6 ounces of mahi. Let's change it to ounces. 6. Okay, that's 6. And then we'll reset it to 150 grams of sweet potatoes. Alright, that's 150 grams of sweet potatoes. And then half a cup of broccoli. Alright, and then there you have it. That's meal number 2. Alright guys, so here's the final product of all the meal prep containers that we have. So I have lunch, late lunch, dinner, and then these are the same for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I typically just do 3 days because there's not enough room in our fridge, and so I just put it all in a container. So I typically just do 3 days in advance for meal prepping. So that's what it looks like. Let me tell you the macronutrients and calories that I'm getting in. So everything here, or for 3 meals, we got 243 grams of protein, 135 grams of carbs, 51 grams of fat. So that's about 1,061 calories. And so the rest, I want to shoot for about 2,000. That's about 1,000 calories, and my goal is about 2,000 calories. So I got 2 other meals and then a protein shake to cover the rest of my macronutrients. This is a lot of food. Typically I don't eat, I'm not always 100% with my meal plan. I range probably between like 70 to like 90%. It is the off season. I am a little bit more lax. I'm not a pro bodybuilder, so it's just kind of like a lifestyle I follow. But if you are a pro bodybuilder, or you know, this is your full-time job, I would stick to it, your meal plan 100%. But for the general public, I follow about 80-90% of it. You still get pretty good results. I'm still pretty lean, still I've gotten a lot stronger. You know, we're just kind of following this meal plan about 80 times, and that's the best diet. It's the kind of diet that you actually follow about 80, you know, between 80 to 100%. If you're following it less than that, it's not working for you. So you might want to pick a different diet that works for you. So mine, this works for me. Keeps me pretty lean and pretty strong also at the same time. And it's not that hard for me. But yes, meal prepping can be overwhelming. Like you know, with the measurements of the weights. People have probably never used that. People never bought containers for it. But anytime you're trying to learn something new, you want to take baby steps. So I just kind of showed you an example. You got some carbs, you got clean carbs, you got clean protein, and then a vegetable. You always want to shoot for a vegetable at every meal. I always aim to eat about 3 to 4 servings of vegetables and 1 serving of fruit a day. And that's just kind of my guideline. And then I drink a ton of water. I don't drink any soda. And if I do drink coffee, it's gonna be black. I don't add any extra sugar. So 80% of it, but like you saw from my other videos, I like cooking, I like eating different things. Anytime I do go eat out, I will have a cheat meal. That's how I kind of schedule it. I don't plan a cheat meal, but if it does happen, I'm like, well, I got it for that 1 week. And then if I do eat out for the rest of the week, I do have 3 choices that Whitney and I really like to eat at. One is Kava, the other is Halal Guys, which doesn't really fit that well in there, but Chipotle is always a good option, and Panera is a good option. Those are like my go-tos if I do go eat out. So I can still stay fairly in line. I don't like to eat a lot of junk throughout the day because it does make me sleepy. So that's the reason why I'm eating all the clean sources of food, is to stay effective and focus at work. If it wasn't for the clean eating, you know, if I ate a burger and fries, I would feel really sluggish at work, and then my production level won't be as high. So this goes into the factor of being productive, having 100% mental focus. And when you are 100% focused on a task that you do, you are way more productive than you know, the things you do, the things that you focus on. You know, whether if you're at work, if you're working out, you're performing at the best because you got high quality food. So I hope you guys take away something from the meal prep episode. It's been a long time coming, and I really wanted to show you a little bit of my lifestyle. 80% of what I've been eating. This is why I look like this. It's not that hard. It takes a little bit of work, and just take baby steps. Like I said, I want to leave you with a quote that Tony Robbins left. He said, action trumps knowledge. Everybody knows what's healthy, but the action that you do to eat it, to make it, trumps it. So that's way more important. So you don't need to know the nutritional caloric intake, how many macros that you need. Just start eating healthy, and then when you want to fine tune something, hire a nutritionist, or start doing a little bit more research on nutrition. So I think that's the best way to go about it. That's how I like to personally learn things. Alright, signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hope to bring out more content for you guys. Peace!